Manager, how many times has your ego cost you a lost contract, a demotivated team, or a business that collapsed? Ryan Holiday, an ego is the enemy, hammers home. Ego isn't just vanity, it's a slow cancer that devours your profit potential. Stop deluding yourself thinking you deserve it without sweating. In the real world, with galloping inflation and fierce digital competition, your ego is killing you financially. Today, I break this down for you to apply and earn more or keep losing. Today we're talking about Ego is the Enemy by Ryan Holiday, a classic that warns ego hinders you in ambition, success, and failure. As Holiday says right at the start, ego is the unhealthy belief in your own importance. I read this after a breakdown that nearly took me to rock bottom and applied it to scale my operations without wasting time on illusions. Here, I extract what works for the real world: marketing, sales, management, and leadership in crisis. Let's get straight to the point. Holiday divides the book into 3 life phases: ambition, success, and failure. Each is undermined by ego, this arrogance that makes you prioritize the I over the work. Let's dive into the 5 key concepts you need to internalize now, or you keep spinning your wheels in business. First concept: in ambition, focus on doing, not being. Holiday explains that ego makes you dream of status before effort. You want to be the famous CEO, but ignore the daily grind. As he warns, don't confuse what you want to be with what you're doing. Tough mentor here. Stop deluding yourself with grand visions without action. That's disguised laziness. In the AI era, where automation devours routine jobs, those who focus on the process build scalable empires. Imagine your digital marketing running without you at the center, generating leads 24/7. Second, be a perpetual student. Even at the top, ego convinces you that you already know everything, blocking learning. Holiday quotes, "As long as we live, we must strive to live well." Entrepreneurs stop reading and innovating, thinking experience is enough, a fatal error in digital competition. In 5 years, AI will rewrite marketing. Those who don't study now become obsolete, while the humble master tools like sales automation. Third, the blank canvas strategy. Instead of forcing your ego into the center, work behind the scenes to elevate the whole. Holiday uses examples like advisors to great leaders who shine indirectly. Your ego makes you crave spotlights, but in the real world, that burns teams and resources. With accelerated globalization, focus on collaborations, think marketing, partnerships that multiply your reach without ego in the middle, preparing for an ecosystem where networks are worth more than isolated egos. Aim to cooperate with people and facilitate their paths. The whole is more important than your isolated path. Fourth, in success, combat arrogance, control, and paranoia. Ego inflates with victories, isolating you in bubbles of self-importance. Holiday warns, success is dangerous because it makes you forget reality. How many entrepreneurs do you see paranoid, micromanaging everything? That kills productivity. In the impending recession, inflexible, ego-free companies collapse. Learn to delegate now. When you're on top in a success scenario, don't forget to prepare for downturns. As an entrepreneur, you can't run your company on the edge that exposes you to ruin. So my friend, don't flirt with bad luck. Be ready for tough scenarios, because they'll happen sooner or later. Government, economy, new technologies, these changes can shake your business, and entrepreneurs who think they're the pinnacle of success can have their castles broken here. Fifth, failures are inevitable, but ego makes you deny or blame others. If you, as an entrepreneur, blame failures on the economy, government, or employees, you're screwing yourself, friend. Understand, you're the entrepreneur, the solution must come from you. So be self-responsible and recognize that everything happening to you today is your fault. You have no control over what might happen, but yes, over what to do with what happened to you. Here, as entrepreneurs, we need to stop making excuses. Think about the last client you lost, or the last sale that slipped away. Probably was your ego, not the market. What did you fail to foresee? What did you neglect to improve in your product? What lack of preparation made you lose the client? Transform failures into fuel. Be humble to learn from mistakes and find the path to success. We all go through some deserts, but as God showed several times in the Bible, the desert is just a passage, not the final destination. So go through your deserts with humility and learning. Here, as an entrepreneur, I want to tell you that the times I failed were because of ego, and this happens to all of us. In 2022, I opened a company in a segment I didn't master. I bought a franchise, did courses, training, business trips, invested about $100,000 over 1 year, considering all costs and expenses, stocks, employees, store renovation, and rent. However, I failed. The ego of having a second business blinded me, and I started the company without doing a test, an MVP, instead of starting with a good structure. The lesson I deliver here is, before running an idea for real, do a test for some period to validate your idea and don't be foolish like I was. A second lesson, in one of my current companies, I have good revenue, but a large part comes from a single client, and this lasted for some years. That's unnecessarily exposing yourself to ruin risk. You can't let this scenario happen to your company. But why did this happen? The ego of having a well-revenued company with a super contract, guaranteed success. I didn't invest in a sales sector to prospect new clients, not because I didn't want to, but because I didn't realize I needed it. When I paid attention, it was already late, but I corrected in time, and today we have an active sales team generating clients every month. In summary, ego steals profit from you in every phase. Empty ambition, arrogant success, denied failures. Apply these concepts now. Focus on the work, study always, support the team, combat illusions, and grow with pain. Personal development isn't a hobby, it's the pillar to master sales, marketing, and management in the real crisis. Transform this into sustainable revenue or keep perishing. Like this video? Subscribe to the channel now, and let's transform books into profit together.